Agud Rabbi Sai. Du nicht mal sehen wie mir was war da ich. Rabbi Sai, here we go. Daf Samach Beis Omar. How do you do tnufa for shlamim? You get shlamim, how do you do tnufa? What's the process? Miniach emurim al pisas hayad. So, I'll show you in a second. We have a little bit of a video, a very geschmack to show the whole thing. We know the emurim. The emurim are the parts of the animal that go on the mizbeach, like the skirt steak, the kidneys, the fats. So you take that, you put it on the hand. Boom. Because of the aleim, and the breast and the thigh go on top of that. And anytime there's bread, like by the toida, by the nazir, you put it on top of, all the way on top. Omar Papa, Heicha, where do you see this thing with the bread on top? Where do you get the idea? Samach Beis Amad Heicha, Omar Papa b'miluim. You find it by the miluim. Okay, there's a pasuk here. Chalas matzah achas, chalas lechem shemen, v'yosim al hachalovim v'al shoy kayomen. You take the chalas matzah and you put it where? Al hachalovim v'al shoy, on top of everything. So memela, just like we find by the miluim, we do this. So too in the rest of the Torah. Now, going back to the original thing, that the shoik, the chazan shoik, are on top of the imurim. My timer, where do you see this? We have a contradiction in the psukim. On the one hand, it says shoik hat shuma v'chazei hat nufa. Where do you put the shoik and the chazei? Al yishei achalovim. They're on the top. Yaviu lot of nufa. Voch, the problem is, it says it's hachelev al achaza. The fat goes on top. Omar Abaya Yivienu achaza Yivienu. Omar Abaya hu the ma'iseli koyin mebeis hamidbochayim v'romilei. The chaylev is on top of the chaz v'shoik. He brings it from the Beis HaMidbochayim. Let's just see the Beis HaMidbochayim for a second. So, right next to the Mizbeach, there's an area in the outline over here with all the rings in the floor. That's where you today they have this box that costs a couple $100,000. Grabs the animal, flips it over, and it can't move, and it extends the neck. But in those days, it was a hard thing. You have to knock the animal down and grab its neck in one of these rings. But next to the rings, you'll see the granite tables, the marble tables, and different places that, surfaces that you could cut up the animal. So you bring the imurim from there, and then, check this out. It's very geschmack. Kain number one. That's the chaz v'shoik, the blue. And on top, he puts the chaylev. Now he takes it, and he gives it to kohen number two. So what happens? Oh, when he flips it over, the chaylev comes on the bottom, and the chaz v'shoik are on top. Gevaldik. All right, with the ma'aseh kohen and beis hamidbochayim v'romelei. Now, when he gives it to the guy that's going to do the tnufa, it flips over. And he does tnufa. Voch, asks the Gemara, Vayisimu es hachalovim alei chazos, and this is super important to see this pasuk, the end of it. Vayisimu es hachalovim alei chazos, vayakar hachalovim hamizbeicha, says the pasuk. As you go into the mizbeach, the chalovim are on top of the chaz v'shoik. The video that we just saw was the opposite. The chaz v'shoik are on top. So says the Gemara, there's a step missing from the video. Check it out. Now I'm going to show you the full thing. Sorry, I cut it like this, so you'll just have to bear. The chaz v'shoik on the bottom. Last one in, first one out. That's card number two. Now the chaz is on top. We asked that the chalovim are on top, going to the mizbeach. They do tnufa. But if you forgot, there's a point number three. And when they flip it over, I don't know how you say it, lifo, but the kids are now the imurim on the top, the chalovim on top, and so on. Everything's good. So how many koyanim were there total? And it says the Gemara, and this is what the chiddush, to be in shloisha koyanim, mishum d'chsiv, Rov am hadras melech. There's an inyan to have a lot of people doing the mitzvah, like by, at least the Litvaks, they're makbid on Kiddush, B'rov am hadras melech. All right, Rabbi, so we're going to see like this. There are 4 possibilities where to put the bread. What are the possibilities? Let's think about it. On top. What else? On the bottom? What else? On the side. The side. Where's the 4th place? 4th place, Rabbi, so you're not going to believe it. Over here. Like this. It says Gemara, so we have 4 shitas here. Where do you put the bread? Al lechem habikurim. Al lechem habikurim would mean pashtus. It means that this is on top of this. Al lechem. It's on top of the bread. That's what it means. Okay. Yochol yinech kfasim al gabi lechem. No, the pasuk says you put the sheep on top of the bread. No. Tam eloymar al shnei kfasim. This goes on top. Al. The bread is on top. No. So what do we do here? No, it seems like the bread's on top of the sheep. A lot of words to say the same thing. The problem is now we have it's like even. It's evened out. It's a contradiction. I don't know which one is on top. I see in other places that the bread's on top. Where do we see that the bread's on top? For the second time, we saw the pasuk before, the bread was on top. So we're going to go bread on top. No. The bread is not on top. The sheep are on top. So why does it say 2 sheep? If you recall, when we're talking about Shnei HaLechem, we had a whole sugya, and we spoke a lot about these other korbanos that come together with the Shnei HaLechem. We focus a lot on the Shnei Kvasim. But look over here. What's missing from the right side? The right side, if you weren't here on Friday, what's missing? We have 7 sheep on the bottom. We have a bull. What's missing? What korbanos are missing here? The Shnei Kvasim. Shnei Kvasim. Shalom Aleichem, Josh. No, it's a trick, because you see 2 sheep, but you don't realize they're 2 rams. Those are not 2 sheep. So what's missing are the famous 2 sheep. So what he's saying is, what's the lashon here? Al Shnei Kvasim, the 2 sheep, meaning the bread, the tnufa, everything's on the 2 sheep, and not those other korbanos, not the 7. Only the 2 get, but not the 7. Loiti shiva. Chanino ben chachino yomer. Some people say that is from the Asar Arugi Malchus. Maniach shtei alechem ben yarchuseyan shel kvasim umeinif. What he does is he puts it literally like this. Now, what's the problem with this? Wow, it's a little loud, Gary. The problem is, it's kind of gross. How are you going to eat that? There's the guy who's going to go, oh. Meniach, why does he say this? Meniach shtei alechem ben yarchuseim shel kvasim umeinif. V'nimtza mekayim shnei mikrois halalu. Lechem agabi kvasim. Look, if I put the bread right over here, so I have the bread is on top of this leg right over here. But also, I have the leg on top of the bread. So I have basar on top of the lechem, and I have lechem on top of the basar. Lechem agabi basar, kvasim agabi lechem givaldik. Omar Rebbe, says Rebbe, the author of the Mishnah, Rebbeinu Shleilim, you're not going to give a king bread that was laying in that area. Now to put it on top is also shtickle baya. Okay, that we could. So here's a 4th shita. We had already a shita on top. We have a shita on the bottom. We have a shita over here, and now he says on the side. Say side. Ask the Gemara, where do you come with next to? V'abinon al. You need on top of, not next to. It says al. Omar li Rav Chizdo Rav Nuna v'Amilo Rav Amnuna Rav Chizdo Rebbe l'Tamei the Omar al b'samach. The word al means next to, not on top. You thought it means on top? No. I'll bring you 2 rayas. The Sanya. We all know, if I asked everybody here in this room, we all know the Shita. Where does the Bezichin, the Levaina of the Lechem Aponim go? Everybody knows this. Where does it go? On top of the breads or next to the breads? That's one sheet, and that's what we typically talk about. It's next to it says mefurish in the pasuk, v'nasato al hamareches levoyin zaki, you should put the levoyin on top of. Rabbi Yomi al b'samuch, we go with Rabbi, it's next to, it's not on top. Atoyim al b'samuch, al mamish, who told you? Maybe just read it the regular, normal way. Al means on top. Where's the paroiches? The paroiches is a curtain. This week's parasha, Gevaldik. That's what he was saying, Rabbi Schwartz. He almost said that. Where's the paroiches? The paroiches is not on top of the aron. Look at the aron. We see the aron very clearly here. This is the aron with the kruvim on top. I don't see a paroiches on top of it. I see a paroiches next to it. So Mamela al over here means next to. So too, it means next to by the lechem upon him. Moilechu maybe you have a shtickle agadta here. Moilechu maybe malu moirid. Not only is it agadta, but Amud Beis is super easy. It's a 3-minute sugya. Moilechu maybe malu moirid. Moilechu maybe lemisha ruchas shaloi. What's this up and down business? I'm showing. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this to the one who's in charge of all sides of the world. Over here, ruchas is not wind. Ruchas is sides, directions. Thank you. Moilechu maybe. And according to Rashi, not here, it means in all 4 directions. And that's why we do all 4 directions when we shake a... That's later on. You're trying to make a statement. We're doing this for the Rebbeinu Shalom. He's in charge of Shemayim Ba'aretz. B'marav Masnahachi, in Eretz Yisrael, they said, Omer Rav Chama bar Ukfa, Omer Besi bar Rav Chanina, bar Rabbi Chanina, Moilechu mevi kidlat ruchas rois. You go in all directions to stop the bad. This is winds, the bad winds. But it's kedei ruchas rois, to stop whatever the things that come from different places. Sometimes it's winds, sometimes it's metal. The point is that it stopped these things. Malu Umar kedei la'atzur telolim roim, the bad winds. Omer Besi bar Rabban zoysim beres. Omer Abba v'chein lulav. That's why we do all directions. We'll have more kavanah this year. Because the lulav is similar to... I missed the line. You're right, I missed a very important line. The things that are not ma'akiv are ma'akiv the puranos. Meaning to do the tnufa, if you don't do tnufa, you didn't do tnufa. You still yaitzi your carbon. You don't have to bring another carbon. But that side thing, called the tnufa, that helps our life. That's ma'akiv. It gets rid of the puranos. The tnufa shiur mitzvi. The tnufa is the leftover of the mitzvah, the side point of the mitzvah. The main part of the mitzvah is the carbon. The waving is it's like mamish like a lulav and esrog. What's the main thing? Netilas lulav, but the going like this in all directions, that's the side point. The side point, v'yitzeres ruchos rois utlalim roim, bad dew or bad ruach. Does anybody have an English art scroll here? Omar Rabba v'chein lulav, this halacha of tnufa of all directions, up and down. We do the same thing by a lulav. Ravacha bar Yaakov Matalim Maisilei, he would go up and down with the lulav umachvei hachi va'omar. He would show and he would say, Gira beina de sitna. This should be an arrow in the eye of the Satan. Says the Gemara of Alav Milsei. It's not a very good idea to start over with the Satan. You should also this gurubei, because you're gonna provoke him. You're gonna cause him to. You don't tell the Satan, "Ha, I got you." You don't do that to the Satan. A couple of things. It could be, he provoked him, but the Gemara in Bava Basra says, and they want to say that he was actually trying to make friends with the Satan. This same Ravacha bar Yaakov gave a drush. He says Chana and the Satan, they were l'shem shomayim niskavnu, and the Satan was so excited by his pshat that he went and he kissed his feet. He's like friends with the Satan. And also in Kiddushin, the Gemara brings that there was a 7-headed snake. Here, I'll show you the picture from then. This is a 7-headed shade, and they didn't know what to do, so they called it Ravacha. And Ravacha, he did every time he bowed, one of the heads fell off. So I asked Yoshi to redo it tonight, so I didn't see it yet. I think this is it here. He put it in. I said, if you already have it, let's see what AI could do. And there's just in a few minutes, boom. All right, Zokti Gemara, Tonar Rabbanon. What's the Shal Mitzibur, Rabbi say? You guys remember? We have to remember this. Shal Mitzibur, what is it? The two sheep that we bring on Shavuos. They require tnufa after the shchita. And you do it complete whole, like this. Completely, this guy's dead, you do tnufa as is. Not parts of him, not the imurim, the chazar, the entire thing. Divi Rebbe. You don't do the whole thing, just the thigh, the chaza, that's it. And the imurim also. But my comment, what's the machlok is? Some of the Rav Chizda, Rav Nuna, Rav Chizda, very, very simple concept, just scary words, but the idea is very simple. Dumino mino means I'm going to learn the concept of tenufa from you. Now, I could stop or I could continue. I already learned the concept of tenufa, and I'm going to learn that I also have to do the entire animal. Or I could say, no, I'm going to learn the concept of tenufa, and then I make up my own halachas. The side halachas are not so important. I'll say, just the chaz v'shay. That's dumino mina. The top line over here means I'm going to learn everything. Once I learn tenufa, let me learn the whole thing, all the side halachas as well. So over there, it's the entire animal by us also. Or no, vuki basrai, stop. So what does it say? Very, very simple. I already explained this whole sugya. We'll just read it inside. Bedumina vuki basrai kamifli. Rabbanan said dumino mina. I'm going to learn all the halachas. I'm going to learn the main thing of tenufa, plus I'm going to continue on and learn the side things. I'm going to learn from an individual shlamim that requires tenufa, lachar shchita, after you shecht it. So that's halacha number one, the main halacha. And then I'm going to continue learning. By individual, it's only certain parts of the animal, not the entire thing. So too, on Shavuos, it's only the chaz v'shay. You stop short. You learn the main halacha and then you stop. We require tnufa by the shlamim of the community, just like the shlamim of the individual. In other words, on Shavuos you do tnufa, but you stop. And you say, Hasam the chaz v'shay. By Yachid, it's only chaz v'shay. By the tzibur, k'moshe, the entire thing. K'moshe, chayim, b'chayim. Samach bezum and bez. No, there's no argument in that. Everybody holds, you learn all the halachas. By the time of the Rebbe, how come Rebbe says you can do the entire thing? Ki hasam, because we are going to learn from the Yachid. Mahasam. And what nufi do you do? The chaz v'shay. Because that's the only thing that the kohen gets as a gift. You want to do the entire thing, tnufa, because that's what the kohen, the entire thing is the matan al-kohen. No, you stop short. By the time of the Rabbanon, why the Rabbanon say chaz v'shay? Shalmeim ribu. There's a pasuk that says shalmeim that talks by the yachid. It says it's to be married, but also the tzibur. Okay, so I want to remind the Olam, it was super simple. We have three types of korbanos here, and three halachas. Each korban only gets two out of the three halachas. So on top, we have the Oshem Mitzayra. He gets, the Oshem Mitzayra, if you look at the top, the Oshem Mitzayra gets two halachas, the blue circle and the green circle. What's the blue circle? That you do smicha, you lean on it while it's alive, well obviously, and tnufa when it's alive. You lift the animal as it's alive. What is it missing, Rabbi Isai? The red circle. What's the red circle? Tnufa when it's shechted. So just easy to remember. Green is go, red is stop, red is bad, green is good. So tnufa when it's alive is green, tnufa when it's dead, it's gone, it's red. Okay, let's take Shalma Yachid over here. Shalma Yachid, Shlomim of individual, has blue and red. What is it missing? That you don't do tnufa when the animal's alive. Shalmi Tzibur is the green circle and the red circle. What is it missing? The blue circle. So what the Gemara is going to do here is going to do the same exact Kavachomer 3 times and say the same exact answer. Kavachomer is very simple. Let's say what did we just speak about? The Shalmi Tzibur. So that's green and red. What's missing? The blue. Oh, if it has the green, so certainly we should have the blue. No. There's a puzzle that says it doesn't have the blue. Okay, great. And then we take the next one. If it has the blue and the red, it certainly should have the green. No, okay, it has both. Let's see inside. Rebbe Shimon Omer, let's see how long this takes us. Shloisha minim tunim shalosh mitzvahs. There's 3 karbonos: Sham Mitzvah, Sham Yachid, Sham Tzibur, and there's 3 mitzvahs. Tnufa when it's alive, tnufa it's dead, green and red, and smicha. Shtayim b'chol echol shlisis ein b'hem. Each one has 2, and a third thing it doesn't have. Veiloin, this is what it is. Zivchi Sham Yachid, Zivchi Sham Tzibur, V'Sham Mitzvah. These are the 3 karbonos. Zivchi Sham Yachid tunim smicha v'chayim tnuva shchutim. Ve'ein b'hem tnuva chayim, and it doesn't have tnuva when it's alive. Zivchi Sham Tzibur tunim tnuva chayim v'shchutim. Ve'ein b'hem smicha. We already did this. I'm just reading it. Now, as the Gemara, it's first Kavachomer. Let's talk about the Sham Yachid. Sham Yachid has blue and red. What is it missing? That you don't do tnufa, you don't lift it when it's alive. It's missing the green. As the Gemara, have a Kavachomer, it should have the green also. You should have to lift it when it's alive. Why? If you compare the Yachid to the Tzibur, what's the tzibur missing? Look over here. The tzibur has green and red. It's missing blue. You don't do smicha. So if the tzibur, they don't have the blue, they're missing the blue, but yet they have the green. So individual should do smicha. You have to do smicha. It has the blue. Certainly should have the green. It should have tnufa when it's alive. And it should do tnufa chayim. Now the Gemara says, no, you can't do it because there's a word in the Torah that tells you can't do that. That a Sham Yachid does not get nufa when it's alive. As the Gemara, the same exact Kavachomer, just we're changing the circles. How come it is that the community shlamim, meaning on Shavuos, you don't do smicha at all? They're missing the blue circle. They should do it because of a Gavachomer. Now we're doing the reverse. The individual doesn't have the green circle, doesn't do the Tnufa when it's alive. So Sham Tzibur that has Tnufa when it's alive, it has the green, certainly should have the blue. Or even a Gemiri Shtei Smichas with Tzibur. So the answer is slightly different. We know from our Rebbes, from tradition, we know that there's only 2 community karbonos that require smicha, and that is the Sar Lazazel on Yom Kippur and Parah Davar. Third question: Via Sham Tzayra, the top guy that has a blue and a green circle. What is he missing? The red circle doesn't have tnufa when the animal's dead. Via Sham Tzayra ton tnufa shacham gavachomer. What's the gavachomer? Maziv Sham Yachid shein ton tnufa chayim ton tnufa shchutim. The Yachid Shlamim does not require tnufa when it's alive, the green, yet it has the red. So how come the Sham Tzayir should talk tnufa chayim, the din should talk tnufa shachot? Mir rachmon gav yisif Sham Yachid oisai. Okay, we have a mir oisai limudi Sham Tzayir. Tana Rabbanan. Rabbi Isai chamisha she'eviu korban echad. We have a shayla. 5 people are shutfim and they bring 1 korban. Who does the tnufa? Echad meinif ayidei kulam. 1 person does the tnufa for everybody else. V'isha, and a woman, koyin meinif al yada, and the koyin does the tnufa for the woman. If you were to send your carbon from, don't close the Gemara yet because there's a video. The koyin does it for him. Here it goes.
Buddy, this is where we part ways. I have a business meeting I can't cancel just to sacrifice you in the mikdash. I'm sure you'll manage. Good luck.
It's Yossi Shachar. It's not our full-time guy. It's our weekend guy. Israeli flag. There's going to be people.
David, we really want to close the deal with you. You seem like a very serious man.
Hello, who is this?
The Kohen, your korban has arrived.
Oh, I missed him. He's gotten so big.
I'm gonna do the tenufa with it for you and want us to take a selfie?
Yes, come on, tahalech, tored, toilich, taveh, raise it, lower it, lean it forward, bring it back. Come on.
Anyway, selfie in the base of this. I'm not a big fan, but that's what we had. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful week. Yeshkoyach for coming.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDY.com.